Good morning, Pioneers. My name is Hallie Whistler.
And I'm Kylie Bradshaw, and this is The Press. Our cover story for today will be last week's airstrikes on targets near Yemen, which were conducted by the U.S. and Great Britain.
But first, Grace and Bella take a look at the recent tragedies that took place in Japan.
Good morning, Pioneers. Today we're going to be taking a look into Japan's recent tragedies.
On this past New Year's Day, January 1st, 2024, a deadly earthquake struck Wahama, Japan. Thousands were forced from homes and have been facing stress and exhaustion. As of Tuesday, the deaths include 81 people in Wahama, 71 in Suzu, 18 in Onamazu, and the rest were spread among 4 other towns. At least 120 people were unaccounted for, declining from a jump Monday to some 300 as rescuers pored over a list of the region's population. Another 565 people were injured and 1,414 homes were destroyed or seriously damaged. A tsunami of several meters followed the initial major quake, adding to the damage. Just a day after the earthquake, a Japanese Coast Guard aircraft which was struck by a passenger plane at Tokyo's Haneda International Airport was instructed only to taxi to holding point and had not been cleared for takeoff. The fatal accident saw Japan Airlines Flight 516 crash into the Coast Guard aircraft after touching down on the runway on Tuesday, causing it to erupt into a terrifying fireball. All 379 people on the Japan airplanes were safely evacuated. 5 of the 6 crew members on the smaller Coast Guard aircraft died.
That's all for today. Now back to the desk.
Last week, military forces both from the U.S. and Great Britain launched airstrikes in Yemen. They did this in response to an attack on Israel and American ships in the Red Sea. The attacks came from a Yemen native rebellion group known as the Houthis. Due to Israel being a large trading partner to the U.S., attacks damaging Israeli ships was a disruption in this connection. Since the attacks, the Houthis have commented on the U.S. airstrikes, deeming them, quote, barbaric.
The Houthis, who were targeted by the U.S. and Great Britain, are essentially considered as a movement which was established in the 1990s from the country of Yemen. The Houthis, who have had a history of conflict in the Saudi Arabian area, initially attacked Israeli ships to show support for the Palestinians. Due to these recent conflicts, it seems as though the war between Israel and Hamas has increased in regions.
A woman died as she fell nearly 100 feet within a cave in Virginia, authorities said. The woman was identified as 38-year-old Fair Law, Virginia, Giles County. A 911 call came into the Giles County Sheriff's Office at roughly 4:13 p.m. on Friday about a woman falling into a cave near Perrysburg, according to the county's emergency services news station. Once rescue crews made their way into the cave, they discovered Draper's body. According to Butler, quote, the female was taken out of the cave by rescue personnel working the incident, end quote, officials said in release. Rescue crews cleared the scene around 1 a.m. Saturday. The 2024 Iowa caucus projected former President Donald Trump as the victor. Despite Trump facing several charges and 2 impeachments, he will now face current President Biden in an election rematch. Because of this win, Trump is now the front runner for the Republicans and will likely obtain his spot as the Republican nominee, which he previously acquired last election and the election before that.
A group of skydivers jumped from a hot air balloon floating over the Arizona desert just moments before it crash landed Sunday, leaving 4 of its remaining passengers dead and another person critically injured. Police announced this happened around 7:50 a.m. in Eloy, a city about 65 miles south of Phoenix. The local police department said in a news report. The aircraft was carrying 13 adults, a balloon operator, 4 passengers, and 8 skydivers. Police in Washington, D.C. are looking for a suspect who lit another man on fire in broad daylight just a mile north of the United States Capitol, police said. The incident occurred on Monday at approximately 3:05 p.m. when detectives from the Metropolitan Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division say the suspect, quote, poured liquid on the victim at the intersection of North Capitol Street and P Street Northwest, end quote. The suspect then ignited the liquid, authorities said. The suspect then ran off.
An ongoing Arctic blast enveloping much of the U.S. will set the stage for an impactful snow and ice to fall in parts of the South for the first time this winter as a new storm tracks through the region. The South storm will be the fourth and last 2 weeks to threaten major impacts of areas east of the Rockies, as a frantic start of the 2024 shows no signs of stopping. More than 75% of the U.S. population will experience temperatures below freezing over the next 7 days. Just through Tuesday, more than 250 daily cold temperature records could be broken, from Oregon to Mississippi. That's all we have for today, Pioneers. Thank you for watching. For the press, I'm Hallie Whistler.
And I'm Kylie Bradshaw. Make sure to tune in next Wednesday for more national news, and have a great day.